Hey everybody, what's going on? If you like the clip in the intro today, yes, I am actually a rapper as well, and I'll leave a link to that at the top of the description below. But unfortunately, although I don't have a partner here with me today, I will actually be sitting here to react to the new Young Spinach EP. So let's see what this is all about. All right, so I'm struggling to see right now, but it looks like we have DynamicDuo. I was kind of interested to see.
Now we're up here at the top.
What this would be.
And the wanks ain't about to drop a bop. Your mommy got some ass, yeah, I think she doing squats. I hit it from the back, I got.
All right, so off rip, I will say that compared to a lot of what we've already gone over so far, this song at least, and hopefully the rest of the EP is like this. This automatically is it has a lot more replay value, right? This sounds a little bit more commercial than a lot of his other stuff did. And I'm not sure if it's on purpose or not, but so far it sounds like it's been toned down so that it will be nicer to listen to for a broader audience. Not sure what the goal was exactly, but you know, just some really quick initial thoughts right there.
Racks and racks, my little bro. We're gonna play your bitch like a banjo. Only 13, but he got some drip. Since he was born,
okay.
Fucking on tits. All of my haters are clowns like it, but it doesn't matter. Your bitch give me tip. Hey, I'm clean just like Colgate. I put the white inside her teeth.
There we go. There's the classic lines that we were waiting for. I actually didn't know he was still 13. I would have guessed by the voice alone that he was 15. So that's actually really cool that he's been able to be this consistent and that the quality sounds this good at the age of 13.
Getting stronger cause I'm eating up my greens. I got 50k inside the pocket of my jeans. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Now we're up here at the top. Young Spinach and the wanks ain't about to drop a bop.
Okay. So this is the hook then.
We never stop.
Another thing that I'm gonna go ahead and say here, I find it really, really interesting how often his songs start with the hook, and it's a different listening experience just because the majority of people will have a verse first, or maybe they'll have a specific intro first, and the hook will always come after the very first verse. So the experience off the bat with Young Spinach's music and Wankstain's music is already incredibly different from what you're used to. I think that's just really, really cool.
Rubbing his ass like I was messy. My lyrics are gold, you can say I'm blessed. G, he's so salty, looking like Dead Sea. You want the smoke, bitch, just be ready. I don't take drugs, none of the ecstasy. I'm at my peak now, this is the best of me. He made me mad, bitch, just stop testing me. Making all this money is just God blessing me.
So Wankstein is already coming in with well-crafted rhyme schemes, slant rhyme, bending rhymes, right? Making entire like phrases fit into each other more and more. I think that's just really, really sick. I'm not sure, again, how much of their two very different approaches are intentional. That's just something I want to point out really quick. And regardless of, you know, whether or not he may or may not also use rhymezone.com, I'm not sure. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Regardless of whether or not he does, when you take in his age and probably even lack of experience, I think he is pulling it off pretty well. So props to Wankstein for DynamicDuo so far as well.
I'm so rich, bitch, all of this my cheese. Wrist is so cold, yeah, it is just my breeze. I'm really hungry, so I'm eating Chinese. Even though I make her ass clap, my dick is still so tiny.
Jesus Christ, come on. All right, we appreciate the self-deprecating bars. We shouldn't, but we do.
Always making fire, bitch, you know we never stop.
Okay.
If you fuck around, you bet your ass that you'll get popped.
Fucking know my wrist is swimming like a yacht.
I actually really love this back and forth now.
Doing squats.
Okay. I think that was a really straightforward first track. I'm not sure how I would rank it in terms of their entire discography, but some really good key points, right? It was very easy to keep track of. It was very easy to listen to, and those are very underrated key points in this song. Especially now, if any of you keep up with the hip-hop side of Twitter at all, you know that there's a lot of people, specifically white rappers, who they all fit into one big stereotype that rip off of a specific era of Eminem's music. So when you look at the music from that lens, the fact that they, one, are fucking nothing like M, which is super relieving. And two, the fact that they're very easy for anybody of any age almost to understand. That automatically separates them from the hundreds and hundreds of rappers that you could potentially compare them to. So congratulations on doing what you guys do and being yourselves. Next up, we have Bricked Up. This is also produced by Nolu. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This build-up is awesome. Okay. Wait. This is a little villainous. Uh-huh.
Counting up racks, I'm mathematic, couple thousand a month, it's automatic, getting high like addict, and that's where I stay. I'm getting better and better, like every day, it's like 50K
God
for transactions.
damn.
I'm talking to the kids, Michael Jackson, fuck the tech.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna just let this one ride. I'm not gonna pause this song too much.
I don't pay those when I get hungry, I eat Play-Doh. I stand tall like a walk, I'm bricked up.
Stupid.
Made 50 racks cause of TikTok. Pull up to your bitch in flip-flops. I'm
That's
smoking
insane.
green like an Xbox. Ayy, bitch, I'm
If he
bricked
really
up.
made that much off of
I'm so
TikTok,
bricked up.
that's-
Ayy, don't give a fuck. Ayy, I'm so bricked up. Okay. Hey Ben, do I get bitches?
No.
Gotta work on that one.
What the
Definitely,
fuck
I
was
got
that?
morning wood, bitch. Dude, I stand tall like a walk, cause I'm bricked up.
I actually
Made
really,
50
really
racks
like
cause of
this.
TikTok. Pull
Hang
up
on.
to your bitch in flip-flops. I'm smoking green like an Xbox. Ayy, I'm
All
so
right.
bricked up.
Now, what's
Okay.
Wangston gonna do?
I am a
Oh,
menace, call that shit
Okay.
Dennis. Smacking his balls like it's motherfucking tennis. I got a couple of homies in Venice. I'm in the coochie, I'm inside
Do
the
you really,
penis.
though?
I get him mad, yeah, I'm getting him red, bitch. Feel like giraffe, cause I'm getting this neck, bitch. You're not funny, your mom gives me head, bitch. Talk on my name and I'll make you a dead bitch.
I'm gonna cut it here just to say that automatically the hook is way better than a lot of the other hooks that we've heard on previous singles and even projects, because this hook almost perfectly meshes into the production, right? Like, anybody can hear an instrumental and write something to rap or sing over it, but some of the truly iconic songs throughout any era, throughout any genre, those like chart-topping songs have always had a hook that seems like it was written and executed so perfectly that it was like it's impossible to try to sing anything else over that beat. It was like they found the cadence from God to marry with that instrumental, and I think that's sort of what they're accomplishing here with the hook for Bricked Up so far. And again, not only is the production value really high, but it's very clear and simple and peeled back from some of the other songs. So I think this also has a shit ton of playability, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was somewhere in their top 5 best performing songs.
I'm not afraid. Lil Nas X is fucking gay. I got that horse cock, nay. Serving that bread on a fucking tray.
What the fuck? I got the horse cock, nay. Why would you? How do you think of saying something like that? That's a good one. That's fuck.
Switch lanes, a fucking Asian girl, no Squid Game. I'm getting big fame with this rap game. When I'm
Jesus.
taking a piss, I got cracked aim. Like, okay, through the pain, I'm
All right, super big respect to Spinach here, because I don't recall, and it has been a while, I don't recall the last time I've heard him go on this type of multisyllabic scheme, and it's really rhyme after rhyme after rhyme after rhyme. It's really well compacted, and he has a nice like staggering kind of cadence with it. He like pulls away from that rhyme scheme, so you'll have the beginning of a line, the A scheme, distract you by going somewhere else. No, psych, we're back to the A scheme like 3 times in a row. There might be a B scheme here. That's really fucking cool, and it's hard to pull that off as a writer without accidentally, sounding really offbeat, even if you aren't. So I think that's this is probably an example of the highest skill level we've seen from Spinach so far. And to successfully pull off a high level technique like that at the age of 13 is fucking bonkers. And now this like even more ominous, somehow toned down instrumental. I can't tell if it's been slowed. I don't think it's been slowed that much. I think it's just been completely peeled back, but the mood instantly changes. Is it a build? No, okay, it was a transition. All right, well, phenomenal. So far, Bricked Up is my favorite on this. All right, we're speeding up. Here we go with Unstoppable.
Please watch out, I'm popping off and I'm only going up. I'm with your mom and I think you're trying to fuck. By the way, I'm bricked up like a wall. Spinach and the wife ain't got it all. Whip out the loop, I get my laptop, then I start to beat my
This beat is
they call me pussy,
really like
what you eat, motorboat,
pop
motor hoe, then I
fusion.
dive. 35. Okay.
I am the master, your bitch call me sir. Bitch, you can't stop me, you
Wangstein
motherfucking nerd.
came in
Look
really
at your
early
bitch,
here.
she fly blurred. Double
now we
cheeked
have
up, your bitch, she
two
curved.
different pianos
Double cheeked
backing
up, my
this.
dinner is served. I'm with your mom and I think she's trying to fuck. By the way, I'm bricked up like a wall. Spinach shallow.
His enunciation on fuck was really strong and sharp, but it has a completely different vibe to it. Like if I were just to sit here and say, you know, something about your mom and I think she wants to fuck, but stretching that out just a little bit and like having that hard consonant sound at the end of it. I'm with your mom and I think she want to fuck. Like the vibe of that exact same sentence is automatically different. So I think that's a really good performance aspect on Wangstein's part.
I love meat, but I promise I'm not gay. Fucking host in Lego GTA.
Wait.
I'm
Wait.
unstoppable, improbable, my cock looks like an obstacle. I'm dropping a bop and I'm doing
Whoa.
it. Pussy's wet like nautical.
What the fuck do you mean an obstacle? hang on.
Should be looking soluble. I don't do drugs cause I'm too fucking responsible. I don't got a clue how I came up with those rhymes.
Yes, sir. There we go.
Like 9. Psych, that's a lie. I'll be a virgin till I die. Please watch out. I'm popping off and I'm only going up.
That's a thing that I've definitely like missed. I don't know how I forget that he does it so often, but I've really missed like the brutal honesty that we hear in a lot of these songs, because that takes massive balls to do, even if it is like a really small roast. Rappers would much rather prefer go the egotistical route and brag about themselves too. So to take the time to be vulnerable in that specific way and like take a step down from yourself, I think that's humbling, and it's just respectable, just as much as it is funny.
I like fruit, but what the fuck is a guava? Titties got me saying goo goo gaga.
Oh my god. Never mind. No comment, man. What the fuck?
Live, love, lean. Bitch, I be sipping on Sprite and codeine. Ayy, flicking the bean. I gotta blow off this thing in between.
All right, so we have like the classic Migos trap, the triplet flow. Excuse me. If you're not familiar, usually music, especially Western music, is measured in fours, but in between every 4 count, you're hitting 3 evenly divided notes. So it's triplet. The inspiration could be a lot of different things, honestly.
I'ma confess just like Lightning McQueen. Ayy, got green at 14, accidentally living the dream.
Ayy,
Oh god.
like grapes, I'm pouring walkie all over my face.
What the fuck,
Slurping
man?
it up, lavender icy inside of my cup. Double cup is a must. Live, love, lean, I can't get enough.
Ayy, bitch, I be sipping the perp. Pull up to school in a perk. My cock is turned blue like a smurf. I don't even know if it works. I'm going stupid, don't call me. I got a bitch call her mommy.
God.
Making her spur like soon.
Don't. All right. What you do is whatever the fuck you do. It's none of my business. What I was gonna say though is when I'm listening to this song, that bitch is back. There's an old lady who walks outside of my apartment and she drops the hard R. I think she's a white lady too. Jesus Christ, I can't go outside today. So what I was going to say is the production is very, very different. It's still like more of a minimal style production peeled back, which is actually, it's not a bad thing. That's amazing for making sure that you get really clear cut vocals. But this instrumental specifically is super spacey. It has a very wide sound to it, and that helps you almost forget that the beat is there and unconsciously like put all of your focus on the rapper's vocals. So I think that for what's going on here, it's easy to just let it play and get lost in what's happening. So I think that the production choice by part of Spinach and Wankstein was absolutely perfect. Instead of going with something with heavy 808s or something, you know, a little bit more cliche, especially for the style of rap that they've chosen for this subject, they decided to just let it breathe and let them be the entire sonic experience. So that is huge props to them for being able to come up with something like that.
Ladder to bitches and swagger. I called up my uncle and he said I'm dapper. Mixing up Sprite with a purple goo. My new
Why does your uncle talk like that?
I'm so geeked up, I don't know what to do.
Wait, what?
In the chatter.
I missed it.
Swagger. I called up my uncle and he said I'm dapper. Mixing up Sprite with a purple goo. My new bitch, she just turned 2. I'm so geeked up, I don't know what to do.
No.
I'm up next.
We're not doing this anymore.
Live, love, lean. Bitch, I be sipping on Sprite and codeine. Ayy.
What's really cool, and this is probably not at all intended to be this way, I like the little hits that they include. And it's something that used to be a really popular thing, and for one reason or another, it just kind of completely died out. But if you ever listen to a song produced by Pharrell, to this day, every Pharrell song starts with that 4-count hit. It puts a smile on my face every time. And the fact that Pharrell still does it shows you that it's still really, really dispensable tool in your arsenal.
I'm bonding with your bitch. Right. Call me James. My wrist is so cold. Yeah, I think I got corona.
Spinach is
texting me. I think I'll get a bone.
Slowly speeding it up.
Like a fucking double decker. Your bitch is on my wood color. Woody Woodpecker. I'm making.
Oh my god! How do you know that? How the fuck do you know about Woody Woodpecker? All right, Spinach might be a legend. If he's making references that old, he might be a fucking legend. Okay.
Live, love, lean, I can't get
so it sounds like this is the end now, with a wind down. Closing thoughts, critiques, ratings, all of that good stuff. From start to finish, I'll say DynamicDuo was a really solid opening track because it does a good enough job of I'll even say a perfect job of setting the vibe for the entire EP. That's key number one for having a good intro. I think it's also really, really important that your intro song isn't your hardest song on the album. Now, obviously, there's lots and lots of times, even with A-list celebrity musicians, where they think a certain song's gonna blow up, and it completely underperforms and everybody latches on to another song that they don't even really give a damn about, right? So it's important that you somehow counter-predict that and make sure that your intro isn't the hardest thing, but you still want it to be sturdy. And I think that that's what they accomplished here, right? That being said, Bricked Up, for me, completely washes the other 3 songs. Bricked Up was an insane track to listen to. And actually, while we're on the topic of Bricked Up, I do also want to really add that I love the ringing effect that they threw into the mix, and made that a part of the actual beat instead of throwing in another snare there, another hi-hat there, or something like that. That was really awesome. If I had one big wish for that song, though, I think it would be to... You had a theme. I'm not sure how conscious of a decision it was. You had this theme going on in your first verse, Spinach, where it's, even though the song is called Bricked Up and that typically means one specific thing, you were talking a lot about the money that you were making instead, and that was a really sick transition into the hook. In my personal opinion, makes the hook hit harder because you switch up what we think the song is going to be about, right? Instead of going down the route of talking about, things that get you hard and shit, it would have been super sick if the entire song for both you and Wankstein were just the amounts of money that you make, because you know, bands of money is in the shape of a brick, and then, you know, you have the drug schemes from there as well, yada yada yada. Like I got so much fucking money, it's all bundled up and whatnot. I'm bricked the fuck up. That would have been really, really dope to see. Unstoppable was, I'm gonna be real, not my favorite. Specifically because I'm not a fan of like that poppy, not synthy. I guess it was just a little bit synthy, but I'm not a fan of poppy synthy sounds. But I won't completely shit on the song either. I will say that that's another beat that is really, really hard to write to as a rapper. So infinite props to them for being able to come up with that. And putting my biases aside, I think Unstoppable still stands up to the quality level of the other 3 songs on the EP. So, you know, there you go with that. Live, Love, Lean. Like I said, I think the production quality was just as good as Bricked Up and DynamicDuo. I did find it incredibly smart that they picked a beat that was more spacey. My downside with Live, Love, Lean, though, is I think the hook was just a little bit too wordy. Like, because it's wordier, it's not nearly as catchy as any of the hooks of the other 3 songs were. But still just as good, still just as replayable. Just maybe not as like singable, I guess. Like it's just a little bit harder for fans to sing along to it. If I were to rate them, I would give DynamicDuo a 7. Bricked Up, I would give like a 9. Unstoppable, probably a 6. And then I think Live, Love, Lean is also a 7 because it also is still a really solid ending. I like the usage of Wankstein coming in to deliver lines on the hook, even though he didn't do that on other iterations of the hook before that, because it makes that final 1 or 2 performances of the hook sound fresher. It sounds completely different when another person delivers the same words in the same style, just because, you know, no 2 voices are truly alike like that. So I think they made a lot of really, really smart decisions throughout this entire EP. I would rate the entire thing like I'd say like a 7.8, just because I wasn't in love with Unstoppable, and it is a short project. So, you know, you kind of, if you dislike one song, it does take away from all of it. But if somebody said that the DynamicDuo EP was an easy 8, I would completely understand. So very, very good stuff from both of them. I think my only critique, that if they listen to this and they were to take something away from it, I would say try to use more effects on your hooks, right? Try to make your hooks sound and feel different. Just because you've done the rap style hooks for all of these songs, essentially. So start trying to think about doing things like adding multiple layers. If you can find somebody who can hold a note, or if you could work on that and just learn how to hold a note, not necessarily sing, that can give you a completely different range of stuff that you can dig into, and it'll automatically boost the quality of your stuff even further. But all in all, Wankstang Spinach, really, really good job on this EP. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Remember, I make music as well, so I'll be leaving a link to that in the description as well. And I will see you guys next time. Later, people.